It's Friday night, everybody. You know what that means. It's Friday night. Let's have some fun. Let's get together and play a ton.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm John.
And we're
Friday Night Games.
We want to immerse you into our love of the hobby by educating and entertaining you through our board gaming adventures. And we create content for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Awesome. This episode, again, is not sponsored by anyone. Boo.
Boo.
But we got some amazing local board game stores here in Windsor, Ontario, so you can check them out on their websites. And some of them actually ship out across Canada. So if you're looking for some games, snag them from there. You can check out Brimstone Games, Tabletop Renaissance, the CG Realm, and Area 42 Outposts.
All right. So on today's show, we're going to talk a little bit about some random things. So first, I'm going to tap into John's musical brain to see what we get when we combine it with board games.
Okay.
So I'm going to give him board games, and he's going to give me music that you should listen to while you play that game. A soundtrack for the board game, if you will.
Should make a playlist after.
Then I'm going to give John some songs. This is going to be the hard one for him because he isn't even prepared for this.
No.
And he's going to have to choose a game that goes with it.
Okay, that's fair.
And then afterwards, we're going to discuss what is going to happen with Friday Night Games in the next 1.5 months, exactly 1.5 months, and beyond.
Nice.
All right, so John, I want to pick your brain, man. We've been doing this for so long, and I'm sure people know that, you were part of a band and all that stuff. Where did your love of music come from?
Well, my dad plays guitar, I should say. And his dad was in a big country band back in like the 50s and 60s.
Country
50s,
band?
60s, in like the 50s and stuff like that. Yeah.
Really?
They toured and stuff.
In
some
Canada?
cool stuff. And U.S.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's just always been part of my life. There's always music playing at my house, a lot of rock and roll, stuff like that. So I kind of naturally drawn to it. We had a piano when I was younger.
Did you play the piano? Or did your...
No, my sister did.
Okay.
And then for whatever reason, my mom sold it.
She must have been not very good at it.
We'll see.
A couple of hints there.
No, I think she was in like one of the higher grades with it.
Really?
I think it just didn't
get this out of here.
Yeah,
doing too good.
It didn't go with the aesthetic of the house, I guess.
Okay. That's how we know your mom's Italian. This piano doesn't fit here. Get it out of here.
So I got my first guitar when I was, I think I was in high school. High school?
Wow, I thought you'd be playing guitar earlier than that.
Well, I had my dad's guitar.
Okay, you got your own guitar.
My parents bought me a guitar for Christmas one year.
That's awesome.
I think I was in grade 9 or 10, and then just went from there.
So through high school, you were in music, you were in band. Were you in any bands?
Yeah, I actually didn't take music in high school.
Really?
At all. Yeah, I just played at my own pace. I had a band with a couple friends of mine. Did like the high school battle of the bands and stuff like that. We won 1 year, I think.
Wow.
And then in college, I got a little bit more serious with it. I was in a band that we played a...
Hold on, back up a second.
Yeah.
Do you think that not taking music in high school and you could have went further if you had taken that stuff or
Yeah, I think I was trying to be more...
Let's get your regrets out here on this.
Yeah, the music program at my school I don't think was really geared towards pursuing.
You're looking for a lot of words here.
Yeah, I don't think it was
anyone.
geared towards pursuing like a musical career.
Okay.
And I don't think I was that serious with it enough to dedicate studying to it, I guess. I mean, retrospect, I guess I probably could have and understood music theory a little bit more better than I do now. But so yeah, I just played casually and jammed with friends and stuff like that. But in college, I met a couple more people and started getting a little more serious, and I started another band, and then sort of through playing shows met up with a couple other guys, and we started this band, and we were super serious with it. And we played at Battle of Bands in Toronto, and it was the judges were all people in the music industry. So it was the old drummer for Our Lady Peace, someone who wrote articles for Rolling Stone magazine, and there was 2 different judges on the 2 shows that we played. So one was I forget his name, but he ran a big cancer charity. Mm-hmm. And then the second show we played was Gavin Brown. He produced bands like Sum 41, 3 Days Grace, and stuff like that. So we played the show, and the judges really liked us. They gave us some really good feedback on our live performance and like, you know, stuff we can change to sound better, etc.
They're like, first of all, why are you actually using your instruments and singing? We all know we just pre-record this.
Yeah. So back when MySpace was a thing,
MySpace.
the Rolling Stone journalists messaged us so that they were located in Toronto, and they said, "Hey, we really like your sound. You know, I think you guys can pursue this. Why don't you come and I'll introduce you to people like record execs or whatever." So a couple of us, 3 of us went.
3 of you went? What happened to the 4th person?
There's actually 5. Just 3 of us could go.
Oh, okay.
So we went, and basically.
So you guys tie them up and like, you're like, they were gonna say no, so we tied them up.
Yeah. So she brought us around to all like the major record labels in Toronto, and it wasn't for us to like sign anything. They were there. There was just like brainstorming and kind of like a mentorship meeting, I guess.
So like you meet with them, they tell you like, hey, this is what you need to do, or
yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy. I actually I know no one who's ever done anything like that except for you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So it was really like eye opening. So for me at least. It was kind of at like a fork in the road in my life, right? So it's like I can do this or I can do, you know, that. And so we went to all these record execs, and then we had to bring we brought like a package, like, you know, it was like I forget what they're called, PP. No, sorry.
You brought your package. It's called PP.
PP.
Oh, am I immature? Did I just break all your train of thought there?
Oh, it's called an EPK, electronic press kit. That's what we're doing like work.
I brought my package and it contains PP.
Yeah. So basically, we paid like a videographer to like do this like short documentary on basically the band or whatever, and we gave him like our CD or whatever, and
CD.
I
like all
and yeah, and they're like, yeah, you know, you guys have potential.
Yeah.
You know, you're here. You know, we sign people that are here. Right. And they're like, well, if you want to get signed, do this.
Okay.
So each person kind of gave
doing
us,
this like sell out. You need to sell out big time.
I'll get there.
You need to give your soul to the man.
Yeah, so some people gave
good feedback, some
feedback, right?
Right.
And a lot of it was like get a fan base, right? You might have a fan base in your hometown, but what's your fan base here in Toronto? Right, so it's like basically it's like a lot of them said do the 401 tour, so go from here to, you know, Montreal or Ottawa and back as much as you can.
That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard.
Right?
Do the 401 tour.
And
go to what's the big fest they always have in Toronto too? That it's like a radio station, Edge Fest.
Oh, Edge
you gotta perform at Edge Fest
10
times, and then then we'll sign you.
Yeah, well, it's basically just, you know, get your name out there, and like the bigger draw you have to your, you know, self-promoted shows, kind of whatever. Anyway, I digress. But then like near the end, there was 2 things that really threw me off. So my buddy's band was like starting to get noticed, and they got signed in the States for I forget what the record label was.
Okay.
But they were looking to get a Canadian distribution deal or something like that. So they played the showcase, and, you know, all the record execs went, and the guy actually brought my buddy's band up in our meeting, which I thought was funny.
Sorry, rehash this to me. What happened?
So he was trying to give us advice, and he's like, "Oh, you're from Windsor. I saw this band from Windsor."
Okay.
So he's like, "Yeah."
He brought you guys up in a meeting?
No, my buddy's band.
Okay.
To us in this meeting, kind of. He's like, you know, basically what they would do a showcase of the band, right? And then the industry execs would be like, that's where you would get signed, as a showcase, right?
Okay.
Or not. And they were like, oh yeah, we saw this band, and yeah, they were good, and they're like, their album was good, but everything that was good on the album wasn't there live, and everything bad on the album was like amplified live. And I was like, damn. And like this band, like I was like, these guys are so good.
Oh,
wow. So I was like, okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
And then another guy.
Do you think they brought you guys up to them?
No.
That'd be funny.
Maybe, probably not. And then another guy was basically like, we write songs for you. You don't get to write songs.
I mean, that makes sense. Right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's like
he was like, are you open to songwriters? We're like, yeah, but then he also said, you also don't record the music. So he's like, we bring professional musicians in to record.
Hold on. Back this up for a second here. So you don't play your music. You
No,
don't write your
write
music.
music.
You're just a bunch of like
And
dudes.
he basically was
Like you
like,
gotta get ripped.
no, he was
gotta-
basically, he's like, we care about three things. Number one
Your
is
package.
how you look.
Your pee-pee.
Yeah, is how you look. Second, how you look while playing on stage. And then third, we look at like your song quality.
So
I was like-
so they literally are playing a soundtrack as you're jamming away on.
Yeah. So I'm just like, well, so he kind of took all the fun out of it for me in that conversation. So when I got home, I was basically, I'm like, the next show I play with you guys, I think I'm done.
Oh wow.
So I just like, I'm like, I would like to pursue this, but I knew like the singer for the band was like, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I knew that, they might sign us now, but at some point it'd be like,
They're
you don't
taking him.
need these guys. We just want you.
Oh, so like you guys
Right?
would be at the side, like, "Hey, remember me?" And
Yeah,
then your buddy's
exactly.
like, "Hey, I'm driving my Corvette right now. Can you guys shut up?
We're just
I'm replacing
instruments,
you,
right?
John. I got
So-
another guy with a beard coming up."
Exactly. So I decided like if I was gonna do music, it was gonna be for fun.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Anyway, that was my rant. I'm sorry.
No, I that's what I wanted you to talk about.
There you go.
Psychology side. My
Oh, you even have it
package.
written down here.
I do.
What happened? I didn't even know that. Cool.
Yeah. See, surprised you.
There you go.
Sucker.
I just got right into it.
Well, that's what I wanted you to do, but I guess I didn't really have to do much. Just sit here and
No.
listen.
But you can find my last band on Spotify called Diesel Junkies, which
Nice.
was the band I had probably the most fun.
What type of sound
Fun.
are they? 'Cause
Called
I don't
it-
know anything about music.
We called it alternative groove rock. So
The
we
hell
kinda
does
made,
that
We
mean?
kind of made like our own name up. It wasn't like it's not like heavy metal. It's not alternative rock. It's like kind of in between. We played like hard rock, but like we had some groove to it.
Wow. Did you
Yeah.
know that all music comes from either country or soul? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's what I learned yesterday. That's Matt's stupid fact of the day.
I like it.
No, that's really cool. Alternative groove rock.
Yeah.
Is there anything that sounds like you out there? Like if someone were to be like, "Oh, I like this. I like Diesel Junkies."
We got a lot of influence from like Clutch. They're heavier than we were. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that sounds like us.
So
I can't
Clutch.
pinpoint what it is, but we got a lot of influence from Clutch.
I've heard your stuff. It's very different. It's like I don't know what to think when I listen to it.
Yeah.
It's beyond me.
There you go.
So
It's mind blowing. I'm just kidding. Matthew Good was another big influence of us as well. so-
okay. Do you think Matthew Good has writers and doesn't do his own music too?
No, 100%. He does everything.
You know you missed out on. You missed out on me. I would have been your manager and been like, "F you, F you," and then we would have no deal.
There you go. No money for you.
Like, who brought this jerk? He clearly is the time bandit, as we established 2 episodes ago. All right, John. Okay, well, let's get back to this. That was actually a lot of fun. I'm sure our listeners would love to hear about that because I know through Instagram they always ask. You always get that question, and you never fully answer. Although maybe we've answered it before.
Maybe. I don't
Can't
know.
really remember. Everything's just a blur nowadays. Okay, so John, when you play a board game or you watch a movie, how does the music set the mood? Explain this to me.
I don't know. We don't really listen to music when we play board games.
Yeah, but you listen to music when you're in the car. Or you're at work.
For movies, the soundtrack sets the tone. The one movie I pinpoint and I use as an example now is a movie called Killing of a Sacred Deer. The music in that movie intensifies everything going on in the movie. It actually makes you like super uncomfortable, which is like awesome.
Yes,
it's just there
nothing
to,
says awesome like feeling uncomfortable.
no, it does a really good job of like
setting that uncomfortable mood. Okay,
setting
gotcha.
up what's happening in the movie and like gives you that like chills, creepiness in it. And when it comes to just setting a mood, like music is very passionate. So when someone writes a song, for the most part, it's coming from a personal part of their life or experiences, even in music that is just like instrumental as well, right? So you're looking at a piece of somebody's heart or mind in that moment. So when it's paired with something intentionally, its job is to convey that emotion to you.
So if someone's emotionally invested in the music they're making, it's gonna be way better than something they're
Right.
not. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think music can set the mood for board games?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so
Let's figure it out.
let me set the scene for you, okay? We're all dressed in our best sweatpants. We just got our finest Windsor pizza stuck all over our faces. sauce first, sweet sauce. We all sit down. We're all feeling sexy with all that shredded pepperoni we just ate, oozing out of our sweat particles. The lights dim a little bit. The candles, we all light a bunch of candles, make it a little bit more romantic. Everyone's giving each other those sexy eyes. And then Matt pulls out his Kickstarter edition of 5 Minute Dungeon.
All right.
But we got an issue. We need some music to set this mood here to take on this challenge. John, what music do we play here and why?
5 Minute Dungeon. You're gonna need something that is fast paced. So I would do something. I don't listen to like techno very often, but I'd probably do something like techno or dubstep.
Nice.
Just to get that, like, your heart pumping.
Either way, it'll be cool. Exactly 5 minutes. You can find a song that's techno or dubstep. Exactly 5 minutes. Like
Exactly.
start it and then do the challenge. That'd be cool.
I don't know, like Sandstorm by Darude is popping in my head.
I love that. Oh man, I like. I don't really know a lot about music, but once you start saying stuff I know, I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I don't know.
can
Like
agree with
pull it
that.
out, like playing 5 Minute Dungeon. I don't know if that'd be like helpful or distracting, but
Everyone's
just something like that. That
everyone
fast
just
paced
sit there,
tempo.
nod their heads, like, I kind
Yeah.
of actually just like this fast paced, 120 RPM beats per minute going on here.
Yeah. So I think something like really fast paced, get your heart pumping.
Okay.
would be good for that.
Okay. I know I set the mood as being sexy, but I was just trying to be funny. It doesn't have to be sexy. So definitely Sandstorm is not sexy. Sandstorm is not sexy at all.
Barry White,
Yeah.
Isaac Hayes.
That was totally not 5 Minute Dungeon. Baby, I only need 5 minutes. Oh boy. All right. Okay. Well, how about Dune Imperium? What would we be listening to? And why for that
Dune
one?
Imperium. I just watched Dune too, so I'm gonna be.
Wait, you saw the real movie? You saw the movie that just came out?
Yeah.
What was it good?
Yes, and
Did you see it in theaters?
Yes. No.
Without me? TV.
No, I watched it at home.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it ends on a cliffhanger, so you're like, you want more, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
oh man, that's the worst.
Like it feels like it builds up, and then it's like, oh, it's over.
We'll talk about it after
Yeah.
this. We'll talk about it after this.
Dune Imperium. I think you're gonna want something epic. So
It's like a Star Wars.
yeah, I mean, Star Wars is based off the Dune novels anyway, so I mean,
Yeah, it is.
but you're gonna want something that's big, like orchestral. I don't think anything with like heavy distorted electric guitars or anything like that would really do well. I would say something like,
I love Imperial March because I'm evil. Would
Yeah.
that go along with it?
I'm sure at some points, but I think more, like the theme, like Star Wars theme, probably fit it. Maybe something a little bit on the darker side, because what's cool about Dune the movie is that there's no like technology in it, so like everything's very like analog, which is weird to see in a futuristic setting.
The books were the same way.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like which is cool. So you kind of want to almost, I would actually even go as far as maybe doing something a little bit more like Aboriginal or something
Okay.
that's more from the
What
something
would-
that's like handmade instruments.
Oh, okay, like a wind instrument,
Yeah, something that
like something from like
made out of.
Japanese culture, or maybe that wouldn't be. But I don't know what Aboriginal instruments are. Do you?
Yeah, I don't know what the names are for them, but now that I'm thinking about like the technology out of it, having something that is handmade, I think might sound good. Like a nice wind instrument, but
Yeah.
like bigger.
That's a very deep answer there. I like
Yeah.
that.
I don't have any specific song examples, but
This one kind of goes hand in hand with Dune Imperium. Terraforming Mars.
you know what? When I saw that, I thought of Rob Zombie for whatever reason.
You know
He has
what?
a song called "Mars Needs Women." My kid loves that song anyway.
Really?
But Terraforming Mars, I don't know. I feel like I would listen to Rob Zombie while playing that game.
Rob Zombie, really?
Yeah.
I love Rob Zombie, so yes, I'm totally up for that.
Yeah, so I think I would listen to either like Hillbilly Deluxe or I gotta think of the other album. Oh, Hillbilly Deluxe and Hillbilly Deluxe 2.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go. Those two albums by Rob Zombie.
Well, that's
I
really
would listen
simple.
To Terraforming Mars.
Just because it's just Mars Needs Women just comes to your mind right away.
Oh yeah, but I feel like I don't know.
Fast
I know like
paced.
Terraforming, you're not really talking about like heavy metal, Living Dead girls or anything like that, but
You know what? I don't know. I've never been to Mars. Maybe it
Yeah.
is zombie filled.
He also has a song about having sex on UFOs. So I mean, he's very out there, and he likes science fiction and horror. So I think Rob Zombie would be fitting for terraforming Mars.
Nice. What about Aeon's End?
I feel like I haven't played this game enough to really
Just throw
to
something
really
out
think.
there. Come on.
I'm
We got
thinking,
swords. It's like Magic. It's kind of like playing a game of Magic.
Yeah,
The Gathering.
trying to think here. I want to say when I think of it, I think of like Robin Hood, like on like a mandolin,
Like a fiddle? Someone playing a fiddle?
like a fiddle. Yeah, what's like that Witcher song from the series? Like,
I haven't seen The Witcher, but that's the music you pair up to it? Okay.
yeah, something like like Little John would play, or whatever, whoever plays the
Not
guitar in Robin
not
Hood.
Little John the DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah. Imagine that.
Okay.
You're playing Aeon's End.
I mean that could work.
I mean,
too.
yeah. You just get the critical hit. Little John will probably sue us. Okay, what about Drinking Quest?
I would do some like Irish or Scottish folk drinking music.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
totally be down for that. Like smashing our glasses on the table,
Yeah.
clapping our hands.
Yeah.
Oh man, remember we had a bar here in Windsor? Patrick O'Ryan's used to have that
Yeah.
every weekend.
Yeah.
Man, that is sad.
And then Montreal is a big there too. So,
Nice.
and then like out east, like Nova Scotia, like Eastern Canada, like folk music too. It's very
Yeah, Great Big
very
C.
Scottish.
Great Big C.
Influence there. So I think anything like that would be fun for Drinking Quest.
Nice. I 100% down with that.
Yeah.
All right. What about our main man Jim Fitzpatrick III? Mission to Planet Hex. What you playing for him?
Oh, you know what? I would do some sort of, I think Rammstein would be good. I would do something with a lot of like computers, so just because it's space themed. So I would, yeah, I did like Nine Inch Nails. I would do
Oh,
like
nice.
Rammstein. Anything that's like very digital.
Upbeat, digital. Yeah, I like that.
I don't know
both
if I would go
those.
to techno. Maybe dubstep. Dubstep might be good. With
You're
it.
really into dubstep lately, eh?
The only dubstep I've ever listened to is the Korn album that they did.
Oh, really? That's
That
a
was
dubstep album? Oh, I
They
didn't
did like
know
one
that.
dubstep-y album, yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, those are some really good answers. So this second part is going to be a little harder.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the song, and you're going to give me the game. Actually, it may not be that hard.
Okay.
I'm looking at what I gave you, so maybe you could probably figure some stuff out. But let's get back to the scenario. So we're all feeling sexy again, after eating some chicken from Swiss Chalet, not the $900 chicken from that other restaurant down in Pac South. We all sit on the couch. We're all looking at each other. We got our sweat, sexy eyes, sweatpants. But instead of Matt whipping out a copy of his Space Team, he
So
goes
bad.
and turns on Spotify on his Alexa. He's like, John, you're going to help me with some songs here. And guess what starts playing? Girls Just Want to Have Fun. What game are we playing, John?
Oh, we're gonna play Pret-a-Porter.
Are you just looking at my shelf?
100%.
It's actually hilarious because John is literally like behind me are all my games,
Yeah.
basically, and John's staring right at me. So I guess this is a lot easier than I thought. Why? Because girls just want to have fun, fashion designers?
Yeah, running that runway, designing clothes. I mean, men design clothes too. Girls just want to have fun. I would say probably even something like I dare to say Cards Against Humanity, maybe.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's kind
Maybe
of
a drinking game.
yeah, something just light.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I know people hate Cards Against Humanity, but I think it's the ultimate game for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's also a terrible person made it, but hey, that's a different story.
We digress.
Okay, cool. What about Michael Jackson's Thriller goes on the radio? What you playing?
Oh, I mean, you're gonna have to do something horror theme. Maybe Nightmare. Good. Dead of Winter.
Oh, Dead of Winter. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be really cool.
Trying to think if there's any other zombie. Maybe Zombicide.
Zombicide. Horrified.
Horrified.
Okay, I like that. Here comes a fun one. Gundam style.
Oh.
Good luck looking at my shelf for that one, John.
No, yeah, I'm trying to think.
What are you looking
I
at?
mean,
You're
you're gonna
like-
have to do some sort of party game. Maybe we can do something like Flux. Might be fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the Flux games. Something quick and
Mhm.
easy.
Okay. What about something with an 808? But before you answer that, what is an 808? I actually have no idea.
It's like a type of like drum, like a
Like a bass drum?
It's that like really like I believe.
Okay, well, I watched the explained on country music, and they were talking about how Little Nas made like a country song,
Okay.
and Little Nas X, and I guess like he drops 808s, and apparently country songs drop 808s all the time too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat.
I think that's what it is. I just want to listen to Kanye West.
Does he drop a lot of 808s?
He has an album called like 808s and Heartbreaks. It's like a drum machine.
Oh, it's like a synthetic drum machine, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Apparently, it's used a lot in the industry when you want to drop a lot of bass. So.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm just gonna drop a lot of bass. You're gonna want something.
Well, let's say we're listening to "Old Town Road" by Little Nas X. So now that we got that out.
That's like a country song, isn't it?
Yeah, but it drops 808s.
Uh,
What do you do? What do you do?
damn.
Country? Do you do rap? What are you doing there? What are you playing?
Do we have anything like dystopian future esque here on your wall?
No. I don't know.
Dude, maybe Aeon's End would be good for that one. Why
Yeah,
not?
you know what? Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
a weird. That's like a
Mage Night, maybe.
yeah, Mage Night. Drop at 808s, Mage Night.
Yeah, the country part's throwing me off, but I would say
Okay,
something
okay.
like dystopian esque future. Oh, Root.
Root. Nice,
Root. That's what I
nice.
would play
Yeah,
that
yeah.
to, for sure.
I was gonna say, what about country music? Like a western? Would you do like
Yeah.
a western for country music? Like a western game?
Yeah, maybe.
Like Bang?
Bang, yeah, maybe. Was that the Great White? What's the trail?
Oh, Great Western
Great
Trail.
Western Trail game, yeah.
Okay, I like that. All right, here's a fun one. Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
Oh man, I would play Annihilageddon with that. Just something just
Nice.
nasty.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about same thing? Dragula could go in there too when you like think about
Rob
it.
Zombie. Rob Zombie for sure.
I'm pretty sure they were listening to Rob Zombie while they made the game. That's
Yeah.
where they got all their references from. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Well, that was fun, I think. Did
Yeah.
you have fun doing that?
Yeah, it was a good little challenge. I was not. I read a totally different podcast to prepare. So
Seriously? Oh, you read the last one.
yeah.
On that, that's a good segue there. I don't even think you meant to do that,
No.
but we have some info for everyone about what is next for Friday Night Games. So first, starting next week, we have what coming, John?
We are doing another Last Game Standing epic space game version.
Right, and that's going to be over 6 episodes. And we have a bunch of really amazing content creators joining us, mostly Canadian again, because those are the only people who say yes to us. I don't know why either. But
Right.
thank you. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and they're going to help us decide what is not the worst ultimate space game of all time. So
I'm really hoping ours win.
definitely check out our social media. We want you to vote. But when this drops, the polls have already been over, but the games have already been chosen. So
Yeah.
but definitely look forward to that. That's going to be super exciting. Yeah, and then secondly, that should all be done and recorded for December. So that will play starting after you hear this podcast next week, and it will go to the second last week in December.
Nice.
Which is actually special because that means we'll have all our stuff done. And in December, there's a big event. What event?
Oh, PAX Unplugged.
Yes, and I will be there.
I'm hoping to be there.
Yes, John. John it's gonna be a last minute decision for you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're there, that'll be amazing. If you're not, that's okay too.
When is it again?
Oh, it is.
Is it the first week of December?
No, it's December 9th. It's the first
Okay.
full week of December. December 9, 10, 11, and 12. But when I'm there, I'm going to be mostly demoing Mission to Planet Hex by Jim Fitzpatrick. So definitely come say hello to me, talk about our podcast, talk about how much you love us, get a demo game for me. If you just want to talk to me the whole time and, hang out, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm hoping to go. I just got to, talk to my wife, make some plans.
Hey, if you can make it, great. If you can't, it's not a huge heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like
I want to.
I know I want. Yeah, if you can make it, that'd be amazing. But don't have any from the last episode FOMO. But yeah, so it's gonna be great. We're gonna be with Jim. We love hanging out with Jim, so I'm sure it's gonna be a great time. And then finally, this is actually a really hard thing to say, and we've known this for a bit now, and we've just kind of been avoiding it. Maybe because we don't want to say it, but we know we have to. The episode that will release on December 31st, that will actually be our last podcast episode.
Yes.
So it's going to be a retrospective of the last 2.5 years, and it will include things we learned, and maybe you can use that to help yourself become better at content creation, or take some of the lessons we learned. Hopefully they'll help you.
For sure. We just want to, we'll take the time to thank, everyone that's been listening to the podcast since we started. I mean, we're sorry to end, but just where we are right now, we need to, it's best for the both of us. So, we love everyone that's given us support. If you've watched us on our Twitch stream, commented on all our social medias, gave us any sort of attention or love, we did it for you the whole time. Me, John, I'm going to still be active on Instagram.
And I'm going to still be active on Twitter. It's not going to be at the same... For me, it won't be the same level.
Yeah, I'll probably post, a couple times a week, just, what games I'm playing. I think I'm just... TikTok, I think it's fun. I don't know if I'm going to spend much time on it anymore. I have to figure out what social media is doing. Figure it out. We also, we've been doing What You've Been Playing Wednesdays on the Cardboard Conjecture podcast with the Bridge City Board Gamer guys. So we're going to pop on those every now and then.
Yeah, definitely listen to us. We're not going to be on like every week, but we'll try to be on as much as possible. I think maybe even going forward, they don't even know it yet, but maybe if we drop something in the future, it'll be on theirs.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about whatever we want while people are talking about their What You Played Wednesdays or something.
So I think Matt and I we really want to get into the games that, we haven't been focusing on. We've been really busy, playing games that are sent to us and stuff like that. We haven't had a chance to enjoy the games that we purchased for ourselves.
Yeah, the last 2 years have been busy. It's like you schedule out trying to get things done, and we want to focus. Like if you've been listening, we've been playing Gloomhaven.
Yep.
Every other week, whenever we can, and it's actually been a great experience, and it's not rushed, and it doesn't feel like we're missing out on playing it or anything. We're actually doing it at our own pace, and I think we miss that a lot.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get back to that. It's sad. It actually is pretty hard because we put a lot of effort into this, and even when you compare our first episodes to this episode, like imagine how far we came.
Mm-hmm.
It took a lot of our time, effort, stress, things. We sacrificed things for this. And not that is the main reason why, but we want to do things that we want to do.
Yeah. So
will we podcast again? Probably not about board games.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get into our retrospective in about a month's time. But again, thanks to everyone for listening. Check back for our last game standing, and we'll see you. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Just want to let you know that we love each of you who listen to us. You know who you are, who's given us support, and make sure you drop us a message on any of our platforms. Tell us, how you're gonna miss us or whatnot.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, just no. I mean, if you don't normally do it, do it.
Yeah.
So we feel appreciated.
Yeah. So follow us on Instagram at FridayNightGames_official and Twitter at FridayNightGMS. That's where you'll find us now. So again, I'm John.
I'm Matt,
and it's Friday night. So let's have some fun.
See ya.
See ya.